Hey y'all, welcome back. It has been forever. Well, not really, I don't think. Anyway, today is a special day. I finally get to tell y'all how I feel and what's been going on. So stay tuned. Alright, so if you watch my vlogs for Vlogmas, you know that every day I went to work, I was kind of just like, I can't do this. This has been such a transition for me, right? If you followed me last year, you know that I went 100% self-employed. It's been 7 months at this job, so 6 months. So 7 months prior to that, I was 100% self-employed in Atlanta, working through my own business. I was seeing clients in the community. I had just published my first book. I did my first TV segment live. I was in all kind of magazine articles and all this kind of stuff. Like, I was just living it up, okay? And then life happened, so I ended up back here in North Carolina with my family. And, just trying to save the family home and all this extra stuff. And found myself working a full-time job again. I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, this don't really work for you. I don't even know why you trying to do this and fit in this box when you know it just don't work for you. I don't know. I'll try. All I know is I can, as of today, officially announce that I have resigned from my job, y'all. I quit my job again, but yeah. Resign is the more professional term, but I quit, y'all. I quit, resign. Okay, so let me tell you the story. And this is going to be a 2-part series. I'm going to do one today and one next week. So I resigned, meaning I did my professional 2-week notice, and actually resigned not last week but the week before, like the end of that week. So that Wednesday I resigned. I think it was that Wednesday, yeah. And then I worked all last week, but I didn't do a vlog because of the field that I'm in. As you know, I'm a therapist, I'm a counselor. I did not want to make a vlog because I didn't want my clients to end up seeing it. I didn't want them to find out this way. So ethically, I have to do termination sessions with them. I have to meet with them, let them know that I'm leaving, or and then assign them a new counselor, that kind of thing. Because I understand what it feels like to feel abandoned, and my clients could feel those same feelings. I mean, honestly, let's be real. Nobody wants to open up and share their life story with people, and then they just disappear, and then they have to tell the story to somebody else all over again. It's very uncomfortable. I've been on the other side. I know what it's like to have a counselor, and so I can understand that. And so that's another thing. So that's a whole other point. But I'm just saying that to say that's why I hadn't said anything. I kind of hinted around to it. I've been hinting around to it for months now. If you know me, you've been following me for years, you should know this is not the first time I resigned from a job with y'all. Y'all should know. Y'all should know. I mean, really, you should know. The only thing that really works for me is being self-employed, being my own boss, working for myself, being self-employed. That is the only thing that works for me. I remember this time last year when I was working for myself, I just felt so secure. And even though it's a lot of anxiety that comes with working for yourself and making sure you have clients, and it's just a lot, but there's something about it though. It's like it kicks you in overdrive. You go into hustle mode. You make it happen. Whereas working for somebody else, for me, I can say, if it's not really something that you really want to do, or if there's something else that you're more passionate about in that moment, you're probably not gonna commit 100% to it or give 110%. I can say though, literally, once I started this job, I thought, okay, Shamanda, you're gonna try this whole stable thing, because I had the idea that okay, this is a way for you to get your mortgage better, quicker, because you can, they said that my mortgage company told me, like, you know, you get a full-time job, like a regular, what is it? It's not, is it W-4? I'm not sure. But you get a regular job, then, you know, we can approve you for a mortgage immediately. Well, that didn't work because the student loans and stuff. So that was a disappointment to me, you know, and so I was like, that was one of the main reasons. I was thinking I can buy my first home finally and just kind of settle down and just give it my all and just be a normal person for a while. Fit in that box, the 9 to 5 normal life. You know, I really entertained that for a moment. I don't know what I was thinking, because I know that's not me. I'm just not this normal person. And I think this time around, I've just I've really come to terms with that. It's just not who I am. So it has been hard. It has been hard not being able to really express how I felt about it and kind of holding on to it, knowing that this was not going to be long term. Because I realized that pretty early into the situation. Because, which I'll go into more detail the next video, because this is my last week. I have this final week to work during my last week of this job. Once I am completely done, then I'll go into more detail of why. So, like the detail, I'm definitely never going to say the name of the company or anything like that. I'm not speaking bad on the company. I'm telling you why the signs that I knew, or that I saw within myself in my environment that let me know that it was time for me to go. That's the stuff I'll speak on. It's just me. It's my stuff. It ain't got to do with nobody else. But I'm just speaking for me. So let me tell you guys what I am going to be doing. So, I am moving back to Atlanta. That's another thing I'll talk about in the next video more in depth. But I'm moving back to Atlanta finally. And that's the one thing that really kind of let me know. Like I said, early on into being here, I knew this wasn't going to work out because I missed Atlanta so much. I don't like living in North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. This is my home. This is my home. You know what I'm saying? But I realized that this is not for me. I really love the pace and the environment and the vibe and the energy of Atlanta. It's just something about it. If you live there, you understand what I'm talking about. Besides all the hype and all that, sometimes when you really live there and it's your day-to-day lifestyle, you get over the whole traffic issues and being surrounded by a bunch of black people and all that. And I'm black, so I can say that. But once all the hype goes away and you live there, you understand what I mean. It's just something about Atlanta. It just feels, it's just something about it. About 3 to 4 months into being here, I started working or doing a master class with my mentor and working on my first movie script, which I was turning my book into a movie. And so then I realized, okay, Atlanta's where that's at. That's one of the reasons why I went there, because I really wanted to get into TV, film, and media and that industry. And so being back here, I realized, okay, well, you're moving backwards because that's where it's at. So I knew then, that was another thing. It was like, you can't stay here, because what you need, the people that you need, the environment, the energy, the vibe that you need to be a creative, a black creative specifically, a woman, black creative especially, is in Atlanta, is not here in North Carolina. Now, my goal, one of my professional goals is to bring the attention back to North Carolina, because I feel like it's left on. And until something really pops off in the TV film industry here in Charlotte, North Carolina, this area, it's just not here yet. But somebody has to bring it back, like, you know what I'm saying, shine that light. So I feel like that's something I want to focus on doing. That's one of my personal goals, professional goals. But it's not here yet, so I got to be like everybody else. Sorry, I got to move to Atlanta to make it happen. A lot of artists do that. It is what it is. It's the reality of it. You can stay here for 10 years, 20 more years, and wait for it to pop off here, or you can go there and make something shake and then bring it back here or whatever. So But I realized pretty early on, like, okay, I'm finished with my movie script. I'm working on finding my directors, my producers, all that. Everything that I need is back in Atlanta. And I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go, sis. You gotta take your ass back. Period. And so so excited because I can't wait to tell y'all how this all played out, though. It's like a whole story to it, but I'm gonna do a part 2. Seriously, all I want to say though today is, first off, that I resigned. I am going to be living my dream, focused on my dream. I'm going back to 100% self-employed. I will be working full-time as a film producer, movie producer, and it's gonna be that's a whole transition because I'm going into a whole new field, industry. But I'll probably do some part-time counseling, maybe. I'm certified in Georgia, which is the same level that I am here. So North Carolina and Georgia, I can do, which that's another thing. Make sure I'll talk about that on Wednesday. Make sure you have options for yourself. That way you can always move and do whatever you do, make some moves. Because if you're stuck or you're just kind of planted in one place, credential wise or license wise, whatever, you don't have options. Whenever you need to make some moves happen, you need to make sure you got options available to you so you can make those moves. Because nobody wants to get stuck, and I can't speak for myself. I know some people who are completely comfortable and happy. They like the stability of working a job and knowing they're getting that 2-week paycheck, and I like that. That's nice. But I guess me being 31 and being a creative, being very ambitious, being driven, having these extreme ambitions for my life, my children, being a single mother, being a risk taker, that don't really work for me. It just doesn't work for who I am. I mean, who knows? Later on down the road, a decade from now, I might change into that person, but I'm just not that person anymore, or ever. I don't think I've ever been that person. So it's just what it is. But I want to go in so much detail, but I can't really. Like I said, I'm going to finish out this last week, and then I'll give you guys more details. But again, I just wanted to announce that I have resigned from my job, and I will be living my dream and fulfilling my next level, my next purpose, and which all goes together, it all flows together. And I just encourage you to figure out what it is that you want out of your life, because after these last 6-7 months, I really ain't, like, if you think about it, people are dying, they're just dropping dead, or things are happening to them, and I don't want that to be my story. I want my story to be that I live my life to the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really happy and fulfilled, and I left a legacy. I'm not going to leave a legacy sitting up in a cubicle. Now, I can touch people's lives, and I have done that. I have paid my time and paid my dues in this industry of being a counselor. I've done this work for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? I have worked with so many different clients, different populations. I've worked in prisons, hospitals, in homes, outpatient office, like all kinds, with children, with adults, with elderly. I've done it all. I put my time in. And at this point, it's like, okay, what's the next best thing? What's the next best move, as Oprah normally says? And that's what I'm about. I'm trying to live my best life to the fullest, seriously. And I model that for my children and anybody around me. And I know some people will judge, oh, you just always moving around. You always, yeah, because life, you only gonna get one. I'm only gonna get one life as Shamanda, as I am today. Now, I don't know about who I'm gonna come back as, if you believe in that, or I don't know. But all I know is, as of today, 2020, I'm Shamanda, and this is the only life I got. I'm 31 years old, and I have so much I want to do, so much I want to accomplish, and I know I can't do that in this type of situation. So I will forever, moving forward, put myself first, and I encourage you guys to do that. So, I know some people may not understand your choices when you decide to make certain moves, but you gotta do what's best for you. So I can't wait to give you guys more details. Like I said, next week I will be going to Atlanta for a a film summit. and one of the directors that I'm really interested in directing my first feature film will be there. She's one of the speakers, and they just released a original movie on BET and BET Her. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm working with you remember last time I came here, or came to you guys, I told you guys that I had a meeting or phone conference with a production company out of Los Angeles. What I had a call with them, and it was amazing, and we signed a contract. We're working together to produce this film, or get everything together. So one of their clients that they just worked with recently landed a deal on Netflix. Their movie is on Netflix. So I'm like, yes baby, yes. Oh my god, y'all, this is so crazy. I'm sorry, but like, I am so overwhelmed with excitement. And I know this is not an easy industry at all, especially for black women, especially for any black person, because Hollywood, they're behind. So, and there's this real big push for inclusion and diversity, and I'm like, this is perfect timing for me to join the ranks and get in, to get in. Let's do this. I want to do this work. I want to put this work in. And while we're doing diversity and inclusion, let me go ahead and add my mental health piece in there too, boo. Okay, let me go on here and teach y'all about mental health and trauma, and educate and school you. Drop those nuggets in those movies that you watching. You won't even know you getting therapy. You know what I'm saying? That is the cause. That's the goal. You're gonna be entertained, but you're gonna be getting educated at the same time. You're gonna be learning about yourself. You're gonna be like, dang, I went through that same thing. Dang, that makes sense. Okay, now I understand why I'm that way, or now I understand why this person acts the way they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna reach the masses. It's all about mental health awareness. Everything I'm doing is for a cause and a purpose. It's much bigger than me, and I'm excited. So I know I gotta step out on faith, because God has given me this purpose and this calling. It was meant for me to write my book and release it last year. It was meant for me to meet my mentor and us to spend those 6 months, 5 months, whatever, working and building on this project. And now it's time to deliver on it. My goal is to film this summer, and I'm talking about filming in Atlanta, Charlotte, and in Shelby, my hometown. Yes, and then screen it here in Shelby, Charlotte, Atlanta, and also in LA, because the company I'm working with, they'll allow me to screen my movie at their office in Hollywood, in Burbank, California. See what I'm saying? God is so amazing. I'm so excited to see what he does, and I'm so excited to work with independent artists and include their music and their crafts into my projects, so that I can help other people grind and level up as I'm leveling up. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so beyond me. So I can't be sitting in a cubicle. I can't be sitting in an office. God has something so much bigger for me than that in this season of my life. And it's about me stepping out on faith and not worrying about what other people think, or, I'm sorry, I gotta say goodbye to some people, but I gotta do what my calling requires of me. So stay tuned for part 2 of this next Friday or next Saturday. I'll post it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you watch this vlog all the way through. Try to get my view time back up. Yeah, I think that's it. So leave me a comment below what you think. What you think? Are you still working a full-time job? Are you, if you're an artist or creative or writer or anything in the creative arts, are you working a full-time job? How are you balancing that? If you're not, if it's struggle, tell me below. Let me know how you feel, what's going on with you. All right, guys, I will see you next week. See you soon.